Under these two head covers we have two of the most affordable 2025 drivers, and they have created shots just like the ones on screen with our mid-handicapper. But today we want to get out onto the golf course, we want to put these to the test and see just how they perform. So Dave, up first with that Torres that you've performed so well with, we're going to get to obviously the Cobra next, but straight in, let's hit a couple of shots. Let's see how you do here on the 10th hole here at Lindrick with this 2025 driver, affordable 2025 driver. And straight away there, up the right hand side of the fairway, not the highest launch.
No, but it felt nice, Chris.
It felt solid off
I mean,
the
I did
face.
it was off the bottom, I do have to admit.
Off the bottom again, a lot of things going on with that face there, the 3D diamond face from Torres. Let's grab the Cobra now, which is behind here. So we do have the Max K driver, which for me, we do have that future fit, or 33 future fit, so 33 different things that we can, settings that we can put this onto. And we're going to put on screen now again Dave's fitting. So on Dave's online fitting, you can go on there, you can put in what is your bad shot, and it will give you the setting that you should be in to counter that out. So very interesting.
Enough room for which one the bad shot, really, Chris.
No, very interesting way that they've done this. Again, plenty of options for every golfer. So they had a lot of windows on there, which you'll still see on screen. And for me, I think that may be too much. Some people might say it's too much, but for me, you could really tune in this driver. And we have tuned in this driver, and that's a fantastic shot. So there, a slight draw, maybe a yard, launched a little bit higher. Exactly what we need, Dave.
Yeah.
Obviously, interesting, we've tested this driver before, but we didn't have it in the setting.
And that's the first time I've hit a shot outdoors with it.
Yeah, sound-wise, Dave, out here?
Duller than I expected.
Okay.
I like the sound, felt lovely, but then again I hit a good shot, so it would.
Yeah, performance-wise, pretty good. But let's compare these two inside before we hit a couple more out here on the golf course. So Dave, inside now with this Cobra. So if we talk about performance, obviously before we first tested this, you gave this a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
so
that was overall.
yeah, overall. But even that, just individually for that, you did give it a 7 out of 10. So
yeah.
Let's see what it does now inside. So we've seen your drives outside, and we have, like we've discussed outside, we've changed the setting for Dave, and we've gone through, which I'll put on screen again, the Future Fit 33 on the website, and it gave you, obviously, you pick your shot shape that you've got currently, and it predicted, or it put you into the setting which you've got is...
A7.
Is A7.
Which is sort of a high fade.
Yeah. So
window, that's what the window that you'd like, well, that's the window that it thinks that the setting should be compared to
to square it up. So obviously it'll go on, basically your shot was a mid to low draw, and it's now changed it to a high fade to try and balance it out. So
I like the way you're saying draw, that's very kind of you for
being
once.
generous, it's near Christmas, Dave. Although this video will be out after Christmas, so hopefully you've all had a great Christmas and a happy new year. But let's be the ball, Dave.
I mean, that is only slightly left for me, is that, Chris?
Yeah, and it's carried well over, okay, up to 200 and over 220.
Yeah, 227 distance, 204 carry.
Yeah, so good numbers there straight away. So better than before. Let's hit 2 more in here, and then we're going to jump over and compare it to that other driver. Slight miss it, Dave.
It's right off the toe, Chris.
But look at that carry.
So if that's right off the toe, wouldn't you accept that every day?
Yeah, 234 yards total down there, so even that has gone a good distance from such a off-centred strike. One more.
One more.
So a nice high launch there, Dave. A little bit left again, but not too far left.
No, that's not too bad.
210 going 232. So before we get back outside with this driver, performance-wise, are you thinking it might have gone up since the first review?
I think that's a lot better now that we've
got the right setting.
Fitted it as per Cobra's instructions, yeah.
Perfect. Well, let's compare that driver now, and then we'll jump back out there.
Okay.
Right then, Dave, in with the Tour Edge, so the current leader on that leaderboard, 8.6 overall. Performance-wise, inside on that first test with it, we gave it a 9.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah?
It really was.
So interesting outside. Obviously, like we say, outside's not always the same as it is in here, but let's see how this can compare. Like we saw last time in here, very consistent. Straight up that middle, carrying over 200 yards. That was 220. So a little bit higher launch, but...
I was going to say, if anything, you'd say that was too... I thought I'd never say this about me, but too higher launch. But
you and me both, Dave.
I can't really complain about that.
No, so
and
carry good.
It wasn't even roofed.
No, it was centre strike.
Brett.
Centre strike?
Yeah.
Yeah, so again in the summer that I do well, it'd run down there. So let's hit 2 more with this. So straight away there, comparing it, it is a straighter ball flight on that one shot. It is higher.
That's a little bit left.
Yeah, that's a similar one to before. But
I felt that off the toe.
Yeah, and that's still done exceptionally well. So up there, over 230 yards. And I'd say that's the left rough. It's not lost,
no,
Dave, on even
dead.
at Garforth or any golf course. I think that would be fine. So, again, living up to its performance, because numbers are good, I would say 9 out of 10. That's another towering shot there, Dave. It'd be interesting to see what this one carries. So over 200 yards again.
And it's not off the planet again, even
No.
though it's slightly left.
So pretty good there, Dave. So you'd say obviously still performing 9 out of 10?
Yeah, I would. I mean, the first one was straight down the middle, a little bit high. The other two were just slightly left, but the carry distance is unheard of for me, really.
Yeah, like we say, we've had that average on screen. Your average distance with your driver over this season has been under 200 yards.
Yeah, about 192, I think.
And these are carrying over there. So let's get back out and let's see which one comes out on top. So Dave, interesting numbers inside, but back out on the golf course, we're going to go COBRA first. Again, performed exceptionally well inside, and obviously with the fit system, it's been one of those things that has brought a lot of debate, because some people think 33 options is too many.
It does look complicated, but as soon as you look at the little graph thing, it seems fairly easy. It just asks you what your general shot is, and then tells you what
and this is
A to Z.
Yeah, exactly.
You should be putting it in.
However many numbers there is on there. But obviously a good thing for maybe if you're struggling in the season, obviously you could go on to that chart. If you start hitting a high fade, you could look at what you could change that to instead of maybe going for a lesson, maybe going for another fitting, or like most people do, buying a new driver, which could, even with this Tour Edge Exotic. So again, a lot of interesting things on that fitting, and we have got a standalone video on this driver coming soon, but we're going to hit 2 shots with each here on the 13th hole at Lindrick, stroke index 1. This is a hole where Dave would need a good drive to get there. And that is another good drive straight down the middle. So that's down the middle of the fairway as the car goes past. He's admiring his drive. We're going to take it in turns. So I'm going to bring in the Tour Exotics now. We're going to hit 1 with each. So Dave, I will switch you drivers.
Thank you.
So the skipper's passed. It's now Dave's time with the Tour Edge. Again, £329. COBRA, price-wise, $469. So these are both affordable drivers, and not your best there, Dave, at all.
That was the strike more than anything, Chris, if I'm honest.
I mean, it has reached the fairway. It has done well to reach the fairway.
It's done very well
there.
to reach the fairway, considering that.
We'll go another one with the Tour Edge. So let's go another one with the Tour Edge, and then we'll come in with the COBRA last. So again, we can't blame the driver, unfortunately, for that. We have got forgiveness. It has found the fairway.
But it ain't that. It's not as forgiving as that, but nothing is.
But again, price points, this is why these are the most affordable. Again, COBRA have always been at that price point, maybe £100 down on the other brands. Again, a better launch there. I mean, consistency-wise, not your best strikes, but they are front to back dispersion identical. Right, let's come back in with this COBRA, and I think we have a We did have an early leader again, Dave, inside ranking these. This was right up there. I believe it was an 8.6 out of 10.
It was.
The Cobra was down in the 7s, but obviously as soon as we're outside and we're in the elements, the Cobra is performing, Dave.
It is. Can't complain really about it.
One more here. I think so far there's a clear winner out on the golf course. But is that down to that fitting system? Again there, straight down the middle, no curvature, and just short of the other. So Dave, obviously out of the two, you have enjoyed the Tour Edge, you've certainly enjoyed that Cobra. Out here on the golf course, I think there's a clear winner.
A clear winner is the Cobra out here, Chris.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
This is a 2025 driver, just like this Tour Edge is. What's going to be the best driver? We don't know yet. We haven't tested the Callaways, TaylorMades, or any of the other drivers coming out. But guys, what driver are you waiting for? Are you waiting for that new Callaway that is rumoured, that new TaylorMade, or maybe even a new Wilson that potentially is coming to the market? Get in those comments below, guys, and if you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button and help us get to 50,000.